Hello everyone and welcome. Today I have a very special video for you guys out there. I finally managed to get myself a brand new Super Nintendo Classic Mini right off from eBay here in Europe, and I'm so excited that I finally managed to get one of these because the story behind this is crazy. I mean, everyone wants one. And Nintendo actually didn't print so many copies of this, or they didn't. I don't know really why, but for some reason they didn't learn from the classic Nintendo release last year, and they didn't manufacture so many copies of this. But nevertheless, I managed to get one. And to be quite honest with you guys, it wasn't even that hard or that crazy expensive to get, because you see, today we have like the 15th of October 2017, and this was released last month, I believe. I think at the end of September 29th, I believe, here in Europe, in Germany, where I sit. And the thing is, you could pre-order it from Amazon or from MediaMarkt or Saturn over here in Germany, but you had to be crazy fast about it, and I don't even think most of the guys I know got one. But well, I waited it out since I played a lot of Super Nintendo back in its time, and I also run a lot of emulators and stuff, and I even have a modified Nintendo 3DS which runs pretty much every Super Nintendo game out there. So I wasn't that crazy to run out and buy one of these, but I do like it because you know, there is always the argument where you could say you could play on a Raspberry Pi or whatnot, but I like it. Look at the packaging and look how it looks. It's really nice, and it's not so bad. I can hold it in one hand, as you can see. It's pretty light. It's not that heavy. So yes, guys, I don't know really why Nintendo did this. I bet they wanted to generate hype and high demand, you know. But I got it on eBay finally, like 1 week ago. Here the retail price goes for like 100 euro. I believe in most of the European countries, but of course you couldn't pre-order because of the high demand. And on eBay right now, I think the prices are around 140 and without sending fee. So for 100, I actually got it for 142 euro, and without sending fee. It was free. And for 142 euros, I said, why not? I mean, I don't mind the additional 42 euros so much, because I'm a fan and I'm a gamer, and I won't scalp people over this, because this is going to go into my collection and I will play it. So yeah, I'm not interested in scalping it on eBay. And this is the huge problem with this product, because there are a lot of old school Nintendo fans, of old school Super Nintendo fans like me, who really deserve to play this or to have this one in their collection. And it's really a shame, because everyone should be able to play it, or everyone who has those $100 should be able to buy it and play it. Because let's see it, like for example, if let's say if Sony wanted to, for example, I can buy like 100 copies of Final Fantasy 15, right? Why can I do it? Because Sony wants me to buy it. So there is a lot of there was also a lot of demand for Final Fantasy 15, but the game is all over the place. But with this one, the demand was even higher. So I don't know what was going on with Nintendo for printing so few copies of it. But anyway, oh, and also the NES Classic. I never got an NES Classic, and I believe Nintendo said they will reprint them. So yeah, let's have a look at the package. I really love the retro style package. It looks like the original European a package. Look at that. Just looks really awesome. I have the original advertisement here back at my monitor. Just look at it. Looks really nice. Let's see. And this copy actually was ordered from Amazon France, because the seller even gave me the print of the bill, the original bill, and it was like 99 euro. So, and I paid 142 on eBay for it. There, as you can see, it comes with 2 controllers, larger cords, the original awesome Super Nintendo Mini, and 20 games plus 1 additional game. I think the 1 additional game is Star Fox 2, which was never released before. Here at the back you have the games. There you can see it. It's Super Mario World, Classic, Super Metroid, one of my favorite games of all time, Final Fantasy 3, aka Final Fantasy 6. Excellent game, one of the best SNES games ever released. Unfortunately no Chrono Trigger, but Chrono Trigger is a different issue. The original Star Fox. Then you have Super Mario RPG, also never released here in Europe. Super Mario Kart Classic, F-Zero Classic, Donkey Kong Country Classic, Secret of Mana Classic, Castlevania 4 Super Classic, Zelda Super Classic, Mega Man X1, one of my favorite games of all time, also true classic. 2 Kirby games, Superstar, 8 games in 1 I believe, and Kirby's Dream Course, also classic. Not my favorite. I would have rather switched those 2 out for, like, let's say, I don't know, Super Mario All-Stars of course, and SimCity, or even Pilot Wings, but oh well. Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2 classic, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, awesome game. But as with those 2 Kirby games, I would have switched this one with Super Street Fighter 2, the one with the new challengers. That is an awesome SNES classic. But Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo also deserves its place, so it's alright. Contra 3, excellent game. Super Ghosts and Goblins, excellent game. Personally, I don't like it that much because of its high difficulty, but it's definitely one of the best on the SNES. Earthbound, awesome classic game, very underrated, sold very poorly at its release. Very good to have it on here. I'm also kind of shocked there is no Secret of Evermore here, because that was a PAL only release, or even Terranigma. I would have loved to see Terranigma and Secret of Evermore here. Super Punch-Out, awesome game, very good. So, and of course, last but not least, you get of course Star Fox 2, which you need to unlock by playing Star Fox 1, the first level. And then this game was actually never ever released on the SNES, but it was finished and you could play a beta on an emulator way back when it was released. So this one is a premiere, it's classic. Alright, let's have a look inside. Really excited to show you its contents. Let's put my camera down for a bit, like that. And here it is. Looks very awesome. It's opening up. And yeah, guys, if you're an SNES fan or Nintendo fan, you should definitely try to hunt this one down on eBay. As I mentioned before, right now, here in Germany at least, the prices are like around 130 euros. So here it is. Let's put the package down and show you its contents. Well, it comes with this manual over here. It's a quick manual, I believe. Nothing too crazy. I actually never read those for like none of the... Oh, there is also a code here. But I guess you will get some coins or something like that on the Nintendo store. here is how you can connect it. Pretty simple, nothing crazy. So just a manual. Let's put it down, and of course here you have your package. Let's show you the controllers first. Here is one. Oh, and it looks really fantastic. I kind of forgot how awesome this controller actually is, and it feels like a real Super Nintendo controller, and it was manufactured very high quality, so the buttons are very clicky, and I love the European design of the controller and also of the Super Nintendo, because in the US you have this purple looking controller, all the buttons are purple, and the console itself isn't that roundish, it's more like blocky, but yeah, looks fantastic, guys. And I might want to add the cord is way longer, and it looks like this. You can plug this one into your NES, I believe. Even if you have an NES Mini, you will be able to plug this one into your NES. Look how awesome it looks. Great. And you get two of these. Here is the second one. As you can see, very nice. I love it. They did a great job on those controllers. Alright, and then underneath the console we have two cables. One is your standard micro USB to USB cable. If you have a smartphone, or if you have a tablet, or even a PlayStation 4, you should be able to own one of these already, but in case you don't, it's just a regular USB cable. Here you can connect it to a USB port, 2.0 or 3.0, doesn't matter, and at the end you have a micro USB port. This one actually goes into your Super Nintendo Mini. As I mentioned, if you have a PlayStation 4 or a smartphone or a tablet, you most probably already have one of these. So you can actually plug in your Super Nintendo Mini into a PC and power it up with the USB power device. It's really awesome. Kinda a bummer they didn't also deliver a socket where you can put it into your wall socket, but I guess since here in the Europe, the United Kingdom uses another kind of plug, it makes sense, so you can actually buy a separate one. But as I mentioned before, it's very cheap. If you have an iPhone, if you have any kind of smartphone, you already have a socket, so you can already put this one into your, it's no big deal really. Okay, and here we have a standard HDMI cable, nothing special, just a regular HDMI cable, but it's branded with Nintendo. Looks actually really cool. Yeah, you can definitely use it, looks really high quality. Look, there is the Nintendo branding right here, I don't know if you can read it. Looks really good. Again, if you have any kind of newer equipment, like a PlayStation 4, an Xbox, any kind of new equipment, you already have an HDMI cable, but this one looks actually really cool and is branded by Nintendo, so nice for that. Nice one. Alright, and last but not least, of course, we get the Super Nintendo Mini itself. Look at it, look at how mini it is. I will pack it out. And voila, there it is. Look how awesome it looks. It's really small. Look at how I can hold it between two fingers. And if you want to see how small it really is, I will take out a CD-ROM, like, I don't know, Destiny for the Xbox 360, and as you can see, it's as big as a regular CD-ROM. See, if I put it side to side, it's as big, so it's really tiny. It's not that, I think it even fits in your pocket. So Down here you have your power button. This one you can actually use to power it on. There it is, on off. Really awesome. The cartridge port, of course, is not real. It's just imitating, but it has a really nice finish to it. Here is the logo. The eject button is also not usable, but it looks really cool. And of course, the reset button works and it will reset your console. And down here you have your LED for the power. So, and here at the front you also can connect your controllers. You have to open up this tiny little thing over here like that, much like on the Nintendo 3DS, I believe. And it comes down here, and underneath it you can connect your two controllers. At the back we have nothing special, rubberized feet over here. Then it says here Super Nintendo and Nintendo Classic Mini. Looks really cool. And at the back you have your HDMI out, so you can connect any kind of HDMI cable at the back of it. And of course you have your DC in, which is your micro USB port. Again, if you have any kind of smartphone device, you can use any kind of a micro USB cable on it, and any kind of HDMI cable. So yeah, guys, now for the controllers, as you can see, are original sized, like the original SNES. And the thing is, the end of it is like this. If you own any kind of, and it goes like here, see, fits perfectly. The thing is, if you own any kind of NES controller, Classic Mini, or I would highly recommend you get yourself a Wii Classic, or not Wii Classic, what am I talking about? A Wii Pro controller, an original Wii Pro controller. This one has analog sticks, but you won't use them, but you can use the superior D-pad over here. And of course you have a home button. And the home button, the awesome thing about the home button is it can bring you back to the home menu of the console, a feature which you cannot use with this one, with this controller. So, and also I think, as much as I love this controller, I pretty much prefer this one over it, because this one is a very superior controller. And of course, as you can see, this is how it looks. You can connect it into the Super Nintendo Mini and play Super Nintendo games with your Wii Pro controller. Also works with the Wii U Pro controller, which is also a very excellent controller. So I highly recommend it if you are going to do some hardcore gaming on the Super Nintendo Mini. Invest in a Pro controller, Wii Pro controller. Definitely worth the buy, trust me, guys. So yeah, guys, that's about it. I will now connect it to my HDMI TV, or better yet, if you have a capture card like I do, I will connect it to my capture card and stream it over my PC monitor over here. And I will do a second part about this, where I will talk about the games and I will show you how it works and how easy it is to set it up, and how the Wii Pro controller works. So yes, guys, this is it for the unboxing of the Super Nintendo Classic. This is what you get with the package. Two awesome original controllers with a fairly larger cord. The console itself, which is really tiny. Just to show you, I will put the disc so you can see the size comparison. It's really tiny. Fits right onto over a disc. You get the Nintendo branded HDMI cable, awesome, and of course you get a USB to micro USB connector, which you can use to connect on your PC or on your wall socket. And that's about it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for my second part where I will connect it to my monitor and we will have a look at some awesome Super Nintendo classic games. So thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.